Paul, come in. Are you in position?
Indubitably.
What?
You better believe.
What? Listen, copies of Spyfall are selling out everywhere. Infiltrate the facility and get us one.
Excuse me, who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh no.
Nothing.
Time for some smooth talking, Paul.
What are you doing? Here, where we work, it's crazy weather that we're having lately here. Indoors, because weather affects the job, my job, your job, our job, weather affects it a lot. And I think about that
Oh no.
all the time. And I think about, are we making a difference, job satisfaction? Because I go home and I don't feel I have anything to show for any of this except a large paycheck, which is huge, and that I go home with that, and it's quite large. It's quite large, the amount that we earn in our job.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Look, hey, I'm about to go out for some coffee. Do you want me to pick you up something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love some coffee, please.
How would you like it?
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken coffee?
Yes. No? I'll get it. It's fine.
Dun, 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 dinner! I was doing the thing at the beginning of James Bond movies where James Bond walks along and then shoots the camera. Spyfall is a Ukrainian design that my friends and I were so excited about back in June that we paper prototyped an English version. Okay, we're so excited for this game because in this game, a lot of you might be working in a hotel, or you might be masseuses at a day spa, or you might be knights during the Crusades, or pirates, and you're gonna ask each other questions, quizzing one another about this job because one of you is secretly a spy having the worst day of their life because they don't know where you are. If the spy can work that out before everyone else can work out who the spy is, the spy wins. But first of all, I gotta say, I don't really understand that thing at the beginning of James Bond movies when he shoots, because the reason there's curves around the camera is that that's the rifling of a barrel. Like the camera's inside looking through the gun at James, but then why is there so much blood? Why does blood fill the gun when James shoots? I mean, is it like that he shoots with his elegant little Walther PPK and then there's just so much blood that it fills the gun, like James is all pew, and then the just pours into the gun. A round of Spyfall starts with... I'm not on drugs, by the way, it's just the hottest day of the year in England. A round of Spyfall starts with somebody picking a location deck, all of which have a spy on the bottom, and you're gonna reach into this plastic bag with all the care of a mother, removing her infant from the little infant plastic bag that they come in. You're gonna remove that spy card from the bottom, you're gonna shuffle up what's on top, and deal out a card for each of the rest of the players. You're then gonna deal those 4 cards out after shuffling it together. Everyone's gonna look at their card and they're gonna spend a lot of time looking at their card because they're gonna be admiring the lovely art and looking at the place and looking at their role and memorizing it all. And the spy will also spend a long time looking at their card for 2 reasons, one of which is they don't want to be rumbled if they look at it and go, oh God, quickly. But the other reason is that you have time to come to terms with the fact that you're the spy. You can look at your spy card and go, who am I? Oh God, I'm the spy. 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 Because this is immediately where Spyfall distinguishes itself from other hidden roles games. Ordinarily, being the freak in those games, you know, the spice in the baby's sleeping plastic bag is, you know, it's exciting. Whereas in Spyfall, you don't want to be the spy. Play of each round begins with the dealer, which goes clockwise, asking someone a question. And that person can ask someone else, or the same person, a question, and so on. Wait, though, because I should explain how scoring works and how the round ends as well. A round ends when anyone's card is revealed, and the spy can flip over their card whenever they want, and that gives them 1 shot at guessing where they are. I think we were in the army base. If they were right, the spy wins. It's 4 points. If they were wrong, everyone else wins and gets 1 point. The other way the round comes to a close if there is a vote that everyone around the table agrees that one person's a spy. You can do this at any point. Someone gives a shitty answer, you stop. You go, I think Quentin's the spy. And then everyone around the table will say yes or no, and you can't discuss it. And if everyone says yes, that person's card gets flipped. If they're not the spy gets 4 points. The spy's won. So you want to be careful about that. So everyone around the table is trying simultaneously to get all this information without letting anything go, while also still trying to prove who they are, which is a ridiculous new challenge. And it's good for 2 reasons. The first of which is that the spy is constantly looking for when that opinion about them shifts, at which point they flip their card. And you've got to think about that as if the spy is just leaping out of a window wherever you are. Even if you're in the space station, the spy is just out of the window. It's very important for theming reasons. Makes the game funnier. But also because the conversations you're having with these questions look like the weirdest soap opera ever. So, do you like these uniforms? Yeah, they're very comfortable when you have my job that I have. Giving this methadone-infused world a dash of colour and also giving the spy some breathing room is the variety of roles you get printed in the bottom right-hand corner of each card. Because yeah, you might be, the patron in a nightclub, or you might be the DJ, but you might also be security, making you seem a bit like a soldier. You ever think about getting drunk just to make it through the day? So that's obviously funny, but it's also funny because now the kid looks like a spy because he didn't answer immediately, like he didn't know what to say. And it's also funny because now, if you think about it, we've got a situation that's just the weirdest Cold War McCarthyism ever, whereby the teacher in the class thinks the kid is a spy. Ooh, surely then, if confidence is the quickest ticket out of being accused of being a spy, then you just have to use what you know, like we're in some kind of government institution where the work is hard, and then just deliver really confident answers. It's a good plan, isn't it? No!
Well, it's pretty dark and cramped in here, but that's not gonna stop me having a good time. Yeah! DJ! Can you play some Samantha Mumba? Space. For 2? Let me just have a quick look. For 2. Yeah, I can do a table for 2 at 9 o'clock. Is that any good? Why do I work here? Well, I just wanted to make a difference, I just wanted to do something that would, just make the world, just make a difference. Welcome. If you could just sign the paperwork here, then I'll take you through to your bed. The doctor will be removing your spleen at about 6 in the morning, I think.
All aboard, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis the safest vessel in the world.
So, Spyfall is obviously funny, and it's an interesting puzzle, and it's going to get you thinking, and the moment you finish your first game of it, I guarantee your friends and you are going to be discussing how clever it is and how to play it well. But none of those are the reasons that it earns the prestigious Shut Up and Sit Down recommends award. I mean, some of those are the reasons. In fact, all of them are the reasons. But there's another reason, which is that the number one reason to enjoy this game is it lets you enjoy your friends, which is why I started Shut Up and Sit Down with Paul in the first place. That's the number one reason. You can play the Resistance and you can lie to your friends, and watching them lie is entertaining. And then you can play Pictomania or Pictionary and laugh at your friends not being good at drawing or not being good at guessing. And that's one thing, but Spyfall sets the bar way lower than either of those things. The bar in Spyfall for enjoying your friends is them looking a bit shifty. That is all that is required for you to get a front row seat in the best show in town, starring your friends. You sit me down with a perfect stranger, and I'll ask him a crap question, and he'll give me a crap answer. And everyone will be in hysterics. That's an amazing, amazing bit of alchemy to do with enjoying people's company that this game has achieved. You know what else Spyfall supports? Your friends and family being amazing. Just surprising you with their wit and creativity. If you're a visitor at a hotel and you work out who around the table is playing the manager, why not give them shit? Ask why your room wasn't clean. The game supports non-specific comedy bits if the timing's right, if the mood in the room's right, you know, 2 submariners asking who farted, and then the follow-up question is, you know, why do you ask me that? Until it's revealed that one of the 2 submariners didn't realise they were in a submarine, and then the whole table races to accuse them first. But just as it supports, you know, humour and comedy and moments of just laissez-faire gaming, which is, again, funny because someone around the table is the spy and is sweating bullets, it also supports moments of just genius outthinking. I was playing one game and we were in an army base and one of my friends started throwing around the word term. I can't wait till my term is over. Trying to sniff out the spy because the spy might think we're in a school and refer to teachers in an army base. And then it backfired because everyone was using the word term and suddenly we realised we didn't know who our friends were. It's just so sharp and it's so flexible. The one problem is you do have to memorize this not inconsiderable map of locations, or if not memorize it, then learn it a little bit or have it face up in the table, and then, you know, you can point at the spy when he looks at it. It's really not that big of a deal, especially not for a game this good. And plus, you know, it doesn't even have a limit. There's no play until this happens. The manual says it's marvelous. The manual just says play until you're bored. That's great. I love to do that. It's one of my favorite things. I mean, technically you could play it forever.
We could, though.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. I don't have anything on for the next 1,000 years.